Let's look at Kathmandu. Margins under pressure. It's a tough environment. It's a tough gig, is it not? But they are tipping an improvement in the coming years. So, light at the end of the tunnel.
Carson, not a bad result coming through from Kathmandu. We did see profit down by 11% at $28 million, but we actually saw sales increasing. And if we have a look at same-store sales, we saw an increase of 5.7%. New Zealand in particular saw strong sales up by 9.2%, but Australia was quite good as well, up by 6.5%, although in the UK we did see a fall of 7.7%. As you mentioned, margins were lower here, but this was because of a loyalty program that they are rolling out throughout their stores. And I walked past the Kathmandu store last week, and in their window, if you joined their loyalty program, you receive 40% off their Kathmandu branded wear. And if you have a look at this particular business model, it is a vertically integrated model, which means that there are no wholesale channels, and they receive both the wholesale as the retail margins there. So there is that capacity there, and it looks like they're using it for that loyalty program. There were 10 new stores, which takes the total number of stores up to 120. We know that Kathmandu is aiming for a target of 150 new stores, but it does look like sales increasing here, where we have seen the other discretionary retailers coming under pressure. So a pretty good result coming through from Kathmandu. The margins under pressure, but really because of that rollout of that loyalty program, and that saw profit down by 11%. But a pretty good result given what we saw from David Jones yesterday.
Reflected in the early price action, the shares are off about 1%.
Carson, we are expecting BHP to underperform the market today, and that's really because of the performance of its shares in the US. We saw BHP's ADRs up by 0.1%, but that compares to Telstra, which was up by 0.9%, as well as Westpac, which was up by 0.8%. So implying that we are going to see the defensive and the banks outperforming today, while the miners do underperform. If we have a look at Queensland, there's 14 potential projects for development by BHP Billiton, and 2 greenfield projects, and Red Hill was one of the 2 greenfield projects which has been identified for development in the next 10 years. And I guess in terms of where this project was at, it was the environmental impact statement stage earlier this year, with early earthworks expected in 2013. So media reports that it has abandoned Red Hill for the time being. Not too surprising given the pressure that we are seeing in the coking coal space. And this was a coking coal project aiming at 14 million tonnes per annum. And if we have a look at the latest ABS, Australian Bureau of Statistics stats on the bulks, if we have a look at something like metallurgical coal, we saw a decrease of 12.3% in July month on month, and metallurgical coal was down by hard coking coal was down by a massive 22.8%, while thermal coal actually saw an increase of 12.9%. Thermal coal, of course, is used in electricity, while met coal as well as coking coal is used in steel production, and we are seeing weakness there. July does tend to be a month where we do see weakness in numbers, because this is when Chinese destocking really occurs. So we have seen weakness in these numbers, but prices have also come under pressure here. So not too much of a surprise given BHP's update saying that there would be no major approvals to projects in the current financial year. But altogether, it does look like a suspension to that Red Hill project, and that's 1 out of 14 potential developments which have been flagged for BHP over the next 10 years.
Just switching back to your overall market, I guess moving towards the manufacturing PMI out of China, 12:30, so it's 2.25 hours. What do you think we do ahead of that, and what are the expectations out there in the market currently?
Well, yesterday the Australian market outperformed, and that was on the back of more easing coming out of Japan. So today it does look like we may see a bit of weakness on the market. It does look like it could be the mining sector which really drags down the market, and we will be watching those China manufacturing flash numbers. Those HSBC flash numbers, the last numbers were at 47.6, so showing considerable weakness. And we know that a major concern of the market is China at the moment, and the weak numbers coming out of China. So this one's going to be an important one for the Australian market. We did see the US market up by 0.1%, but with the Australian market doing so well yesterday, it does look like there may be a little bit of payback today. And of course, it's also option index expiry. So when we do see expiry, there does tend to be a bit of volatility on the markets, but we should see some pretty good volumes going through today and tomorrow.